and welcome back to our reading of Fortunately, the Milk by Neil Gaiman. We've been reading along with this book and doing some illustrations with our Lego stop motion. So let me catch you up. Dad has gone out to get a bottle of milk for his children's breakfast, and things have gone awry. He met some aliens in their spaceship, he met some pirates, and currently he is accompanying a time-traveling stegosaurus in a hot air balloon. In our last episode, they needed a green emerald to make the time machine work, so they took one from a volcano, which caused it to erupt. During their escape, Dad lost the bottle of milk. And we're going to pick it up from there. Oh, I forgot one important point. As they were escaping, they saw another balloon with another stegosaurus and another dad rescue the bottle of milk that they lost. The very small volcano stopped erupting as suddenly as if it had been turned off. "That was a bit peculiar, wasn't it?" said the professor. "It was," I agreed, gloom and despair and despondency overcoming me. "That man in that balloon stole my milk. We are lost in the past with jungles and pirates and volcanoes. Now I will never get home. My children will never have breakfast. We are doomed to float forever through the dusty air of the past in a hot air balloon." "It is not a balloon," said Professor Steg. "It is a floaty ball person carrier. What nonsense do you talk? Now I think that should do the trick." He finished attaching the emerald to the box, using string mostly, and also sticky tape, and he pushed the red button. "Where are we going?" I asked. It seemed like the sun was zooming across the sky, as if nights were following days in a flickering strobe. "The far, far future," said Professor Steg. The machine stopped. We were hanging in the air above a grassy plain with a very small gray mountain beneath us. "There," said Professor Steg, "it is now an extinct volcano. But look!" On the side of the extinct volcano was carved the face of Splod, still recognizable even though it was much eroded by time and the weather, and in the single eye was a huge green emerald, a perfect twin to the one that we had attached to the time machine. "Right," said Professor Steg. "Grab me that special shiny greeny stone." I went over the side of the basket and down the rope ladder. I pulled the emerald out of the eye socket. Below me on the plain, a number of brightly colored ponies were gathered, and when I picked up the emerald, one of them shouted up at me, "You must be the man without the milk! We've heard about you in our tales." "Why are you a pink pony with a pale blue star on your side?" I asked. "I know," said the pony with a sigh. "It's what everybody's wearing these days. Pale blue stars are so last year." Professor Steg leaned over the side of the balloon's basket. "Hurry up," he said. "If the volcano is going to go off, it could do it at any moment." The volcano made a noise like a huge burp, and in the middle of it, collapsed into itself. "We thought it would do that," said the green pony with a sparkly mane. "There was a prophecy, I suppose," I said. "No, we're just very clever." All the ponies nodded. They were very clever ponies. "I'm so glad that there were ponies," said my sister. I got back into the balloon basket. Professor Steg unhooked the first emerald from his time machine and replaced it with the one that I had just taken from the weathered face of Splod in the future. "Do not, whatever else you might do," said the professor, "touch those two stones together." "Why not?" "Because according to my calculations, if the same object from two different times touches itself, one of two things will happen. Either the universe will cease to exist, or three remarkable dwarves will dance through the streets with flower pots on their heads." "That sounds astonishingly specific," I said. "I know, but it's science. and it is much more probable that the universe will end. I thought it would be, I said. You look so sad, Professor Stagg told me. I am. It's the milk. My children are breakfastless. The milk, said Professor Stagg. Of course. And with that, Professor Stagg pressed the red button with his heavily armored tail. There was a zoom and a twerp and a thang, and we were hurtling through the cosmic void. And then it was dark. Very dark. Oops, said Professor Stagg. We're going to stop there. Here's a little bit of the story done in our Lego stop motion, and come back again for more of the story next time. Remember, you can go to our website, newtonfalls.org, and check out your own electronic copy of this book anytime and get ahead of us in the story. Bye!